National and ACT look down on you. If you are working class, they look down on you. They are funded by elites, they come from elite social circles, their parties are full of elites. Rich urban Aucklanders who look down on the working class. They will pretend to care about farmers, but we all know that they look down on farmers too. But their disdain for the working class is most evident. We see it in their disgusting policies. Look at what they have done and tried to do over the last few decades. Weakening trade unions, cutting the social safety net, letting unemployment increase massively, making it easier to fire workers and evict tenants, keeping the minimum wage low, cutting taxes for the rich and raising taxes on the poor, tax cuts for landlords paid for by cutting free prescriptions and the first home buyers grant. A truly despicable policy agenda. A policy agenda that has enriched the wealthy massively and left everyone else with less. Erica Stanford suggested that people struggling with their finances should just work more hours. Work more hours? Really? That's your solution? In a world of incredible labour-saving devices and soaring corporate profits, the problem with workers is that they just aren't working enough. Give us a break. It is utterly disgusting. Brooke Van Velden suggested that unemployed people could even go and work at Countdown, all the while trying to make a Countdown worker's wage unlivable. They wonder why people don't want to work, then they try to freeze the minimum wage, weaken trade unions, reduce sick leave, and make it easier to fire workers. If you want people to work, then reward work. It is not that hard. Instead, they try to punish work with exploitation and poverty. And the whole debate is founded on the false assumption that people are just lazy. This is utter rubbish. Unemployment has risen significantly under this government, not because people suddenly became lazy, but because the government introduced brutal austerity and changed the mandate of the Reserve Bank. They make people suffer, and then they blame them for suffering. They punish people for not working jobs that don't exist, sanctioning beneficiaries while deliberately raising unemployment. There are tens of thousands of people out there who desperately want work, but don't have any. If you want them to work, bring back the Ministry of Works. But they won't do that, because they like high unemployment. The coalition represents the business interests that fund them, and these business interests benefit from high unemployment. It ensures that workers are desperate and easy to exploit. It ensures that workers have no options and no leverage. It is truly disgusting. And if this wasn't revolting enough, ACT and National voted against a bill making it a crime to steal a worker's wages. They claim to be tough on crime, but only when the crime is being committed by the poor. If an employer refuses to pay you, they couldn't care less. They promise people opportunity. They pretend their policies will allow you to become a successful entrepreneur. But they are economically illiterate. They are stupid. You cannot have a society of rich entrepreneurs. Someone has to stock shelves, someone has to stand at the checkout, someone has to clean the toilet. Our society is reliant on low-level workers, and no amount of opportunity will ever change that. But National and ACT would condemn these people to poverty and powerlessness. They weaken trade unions, they keep the minimum wage low. Poverty and powerlessness is the natural byproduct of these disgusting anti-worker policies. And meanwhile business owners make massive profit. It is utterly disgraceful. That this is treated as normal and acceptable shows just how disgustingly classist our society has become. The government looks down on you. They detest working people. They speak about the virtue of hard work. We all know that they wouldn't last 5 minutes on a construction site or at a farm. We all know that they are rich urban elites surrounded by rich urban elites. Vote them out next year.